Hi and welcome to our channel! If this is your first time here, my name is Sarah and you will be meeting Luke soon. We live off-grid in Central Portugal and we set ourselves a couple of things to do before winter comes. A huge list with things we should do before the frost hits. But I've got some news for you. The frost hit. We were warned winter was going to come early. And we haven't even got through half the list yet. So this list is just going to become a to-do list for whenever, really. Whenever we get around to doing it. The thing is, when you live off-grid, things tend to take a lot longer than you plan to. And things happen that you have to work on before as well. And you also have to do your daily chores. And these things take time. So this is where we're at, but I think we did quite a few things the last 2 weeks, and I'm pretty happy to show you guys. This is Timmy. He hardly features in any of our videos. Come. Turn, Timmy, turn. Turn, Timmy, turn. And sit. Oh, good boy. And give me the high five. High five. No. Okay, you don't want. Okay. You want to come up near Mommy? Come up. What's this? Is this for Timmy? This is a special treat because he's hardly ever here, and now that winter's kicked in, he spends a lot more time with us, which is really nice. So we didn't get to do as much as we were hoping to do before the frost. So what? Life never turns out as you plan to do it. With the rain and the short days, it's harder to get a lot of stuff done. Yesterday it rained a lot, and this morning I'm going to go and check to see if everywhere inside is pretty dry. Hi guys! Meatball! Where's my meatball? Meatball! Good morning, my lovely boy. I say good morning everyone. Good morning to the camera, my Daisy pie. Good morning. Daisy will get her Daisy rub soon. Hi Susie. 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 One for Daisy, one for Susie, one for Molly. 1, 2, 3, turn, 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 Molly. Wow! Slowly, Susie, don't jump. For Susie and for Molly. Shall we do it again? Okay, no jumping. Jumping is bad. 1, 2, 3, turn, 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 turn. Clever girl, clever girl, and clever girl. Okay, let's go and see Meatball now. See the girl's side? There's some water that's coming through the rocks, but that's okay. And the ceiling looks dry. Yay! Me and Meatball! Okay, so Meatball, try to put on your apron first, okay? And then you can go out with the girls and I can inspect your place. Now Meatball has been getting a little bit naughty to put on his apron. Okay. Okay, slowly, 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 because you will tear it. Okay, you used to be such a good boy, Meatball. But he can't go out with the girls unless he puts it on. Meatball, do you want to go out with the girls or not? Do you want to go out with the girls or not? So there's nothing in the roof, which is good. I think it did get a little bit wet over here. I don't think you can see it, but the hay looks a little bit wet. It seems okay, but I think the floor did get a little bit wet, and I noticed a few things that have water on them. So I think we'll have to change the last two rows of tiles for next time. But most of it is dry, so I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, I decided to continue this video from here because this is just so cute. Meatball's just chilling behind me. Daisy wants her little rubs, eh, Daisy? So let's just continue from here. Luke did something that was much needed, which is clearing out and sorting out his shed.
Alrighty, next on the list is, I've been putting it off for about 6 months and I'm pretty embarrassed by it, but here it is. The state of my shed. Oh my goodness. Time to sort it out.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
The dreaded shed sorting. I'm getting there, at least in there. All the spaces on the board are starting to fill up.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a tiny shed. Hopefully, when I start after I do this, because I needed the tools to do certain jobs, I didn't know where they were. I want to put, like, you see that unit there? This one?
Yep.
This
I
one.
see it.
Maybe this desk, because we've also got a bit of a cabinet in the shade house. I'm hoping maybe to incorporate it into the side of the gypsy caravan, maybe the back. I'll have a roof over it, and then I'll have a lot more place to put stuff, and it won't get as disorganized, hopefully.
We'll see, but it would be easier for me to clean up after you then.
I'll keep going. I'll show you when it's done anyway. What are you doing here? Hey guys, so I've finally finished my shed. I'll just give you a quick look. Everything is organized. Yay! Everything is pretty tight in here. Things hanging everywhere in the ceiling. Alrighty, now that I have all my tools in order, I'll go down to the goat house and see what needs to be done there. Okay, so you're gonna show me what needs to be done?
Yeah. Okay, so this gate, the bottom, the thing came off.
Okay.
The screws.
Okay, that's no problem.
Okay.
One.
This side. I do have it somewhere, but.
Oh, the bolt came off?
Yeah, the bolt, the back of it.
Okay, no problem.
I can show you Meatball's window. I like watching him from there, but come winter.
You have this piece of wood that came off
here.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if it will fit now, but it was up there.
These gaps, because this is the one that wasn't boiled. So it's all coming off. And the draft will come through.
Yeah. If you can take this off.
Okay.
Because now they have this. This is how they eat. From the bucket. Same Meatball, you eat from the bucket. So I just put them in there. So can take Meatballs off and the one from there, because the plastic, they just tear them and then break them and they become dangerous. This came off when Hacha used to bang them off. This one I don't know where it is.
And where's that one?
But this one is outside, behind that.
Okay. So just close up the gaps because of the...
Because of the wind. It will be all filled in from outside.
That's it, so other than that?
I can't think of something else.
Oh, you hit your head on the camera, Dumbo. Dumbo, you hit your head on the camera. I'll go up, get some tools and get started. So we can cross this off the list and the goats will be nice and warm. Okay, that's all the little bits and pieces done. Yeah, this, the closey thing of the other window, of Meatball's window, the gate to enter. There's a bolt and a couple of screws. I also put the backing bits in the back there. Now Sarah was thinking of attaching these to the side, on the inside, on that side. So they're nice and cozy, but I'm looking at these bath mats, or mats, whatever they are, and they're in perfect condition. I don't think we should waste them like that. These will look awesome once I build the bathroom for the yurt. So I'm not going to do that. So what I am going to do is going to go up and put a big pot of water on the boil so I can make my homemade wood filler. Now, if you remember, if you've seen the video anyway, when I built this goat house, I filled in, these are with unboiled water, just flour, fine sawdust, thick sawdust and some bark. and it's just crumbled away. But the one I'll show you, like this one here, is the boiled one, and it's like got this flexibility to it. It's really, really good. So I'm going to attempt to make that again. Even this side, that's how I did it. Look. So it stayed really well. It's been nearly a year. All right, let's head upstairs. So I've got about 20 litres of boiling water here. As you can see, it's steaming. And here I have Farinha de Trigo. Cheapest flour you can get. I think I'll probably need 2 or 3 kilos, which is about €1.80 to €1.20, so 40 cents each. So pretty cheap. I think I'll let that rest a bit, because I do need to make some bark. So now I'll add a bunch of fine and thicker sawdust. It's mainly from my chainsaw milling, so it's quite chunky. I'll show you. So I've got some fine one, and then I've got this, which is really like straw nearly. Yeah. Look at that. Nice big chunky bits. And then some bark for the colour. So the way I do that is just grab this saw, this circular saw, and just scrape some off the bark and then collect it. So I'll do that while this kind of settles down a bit. Okay, so it's not looking as sticky as the last time. I think I'm going to put in another ½ kilo. Alrighty, that's looking much better. So, sawdust. Okay, so I've put in 1:1, so in volume, so I put the same amount as whatever was in there. And now I'm going to do the same. I think it can take 2 to 3, but then I'll show you the consistency at the end. Right, I think that's enough. So I've put about between 2 and 3 times the volume of the flour paste of mixed fine and thick sawdust. But it's super sticky. Steaming pile of sawdust. Some of you might be saying, oh, this is a waste of time, why are you even bothering? The mice are going to eat it, the rain's going to wash it away. We've had it since the beginning of last spring, I think. I built the Goathouse, I'm pretty sure. And wherever I use this, it's fine. It's exactly as it was. It's crazy. It's so sticky.
This week Luke has also been up to something amazing and it is looking beautiful. He's working on this project. I am not going to show it to you now. I'm just merely teasing you for next week. So make sure you watch next week's video if you want to see what creation Luke created. This weekend, a little bit of last week, the garden got some much needed attention. So I used these guys' poop for the garden. Bye.
We still like to plant them in a square so they don't get kind of pot bound, because they've been in there for, well, they've been in there for 2 years, I think.
While we go ahead and plant a few of these trees, I would like to go ahead and say thank you to 3 very important people in our life this week. Pedro Martins, thank you so much for choosing us to support on Patreon. And also thank you for your lovely messages. And Eva, thank you very, very much for your super generous support that is going to go towards our digger fund. And Gerhard, thank you so much for your generous support. Yours will go towards our chicken fencing as instructed by you. We appreciate everyone's support so very much, and just by watching our videos and clicking like, subscribe and even sharing helps us immensely, so thank you so very much if you do so.
Alrighty, so we decided to plant the avocado trees as well, the 2 that we have. We will insulate them once we've got them in the ground anyway, because of the winter. And I know that avocado trees like to be sheltered from the wind, so I think this place is the most sheltered place. It's behind the gypsy caravan there, and 2 pines. So we're going to put one here, and one about 4 meters just to the left over here. So it's going to need a much bigger hole, so maybe 9 holes, let's see.
I'm taking off the cord and I found this. Now, if anyone knows what the heck this is, tell me please. It's super intriguing. Take a closer look. Popcorn. Looks like it's some kind of mushroom, but it's growing out of the corn. And this I found it on the ground, so yeah, that's all the information I know. Dig. Good girl. Molly, now here, dig. Dig. Oh, good girl. You wanna dig there? Dig. Dig. Check for potatoes. Check. Oh, dig. No potatoes there either, Molly. Okay, clever girl. So cute. Okay, stop. You gotta put it in my face. Molly, stop. Okay, stop. Now come here. Okay, there's no potatoes here. This whole patch over here, which is pretty big, I put about 150 potatoes in it. And I'm sad to say that I only found 2 tiny ones and a couple of smashed ones. We have a lot of shrews over here, like moles, and they end up eating your potatoes and also your roots. So that's not the first time. We have some plants and one day it's doing really well and the next I think, why is it dying? It's getting water, it's getting sun, and then I lift it up and there's no roots. That's why. I'm gonna stop here. I only have a tiny bit left, but when Molly decides she wants to go walkies, that's the end, eh? That's the end. Between the chickens, the late frost that came because we thought frost was over, and then it hit again and killed a lot of the potatoes. And what else? Oh, and the moles. Yeah, they didn't really stand a chance. We got very few, and the few we have are tiny. And there's a few all over the place because instead of getting potatoes, I just turned it into a game of how many will I manage to get into the bucket. Ow. Let me show you Molly's face. Molly, do you want to go walkies? Do you want to go walkies with Mommy and the goats? Come on, let's go then. What are you waiting for? Okay, calm down. You want to go walkies? I know. Just one last thing, okay? So the chicken situation is going okay. This week I've been taking the goats out. Then when I come back with the goats, which is at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I let the chickens out. And they stay out from 1 till this time, till I have to go out for the goats again. At least we're here, Molly's here. And till now there have been no dramas. I don't know if we're risking it, but this is what we're doing and it's working and everyone seems to be happy, and we haven't seen the fox in a week. So now it's time to call the chickens in so I can take the goats out. Jackies. Oh, good girls. As for the guinea fowl, well, they go in whenever they want. When I come back from the goats, they're normally inside, so I just close the window. Now, Molly, do you want to go walkies? You do? Okay, let's go. The last couple of days I've been having a little bit of trouble with Meatball. He is trying to, well, he gets up on his back legs and tries to headbutt me. A couple of times he's hit me in the shin, which he gave me a dead leg as soon as he just tapped his head to my leg. So I don't want to know what his head feels like against my head. I've tried 3 things with him so far, and the last one and the first one are kind of working, but the first one I will tell you what's wrong with it. So as soon as he goes up, I've taught him to go down. He puts his head on my hand, and when doing that he gets a treat. Now the problem with that is he gets all excited that he's getting a treat, so he keeps going up and trying to go for me every time. So up and hit, and every time I put my hand down, he's a good boy and he gets the treat. But that's instigating a game that I don't want, because a game can get rough even if he doesn't mean to harm me. The second was, I had a stick with me and I would put it down and he puts his head against the stick. He doesn't get a treat, but when he gets too much, I slam the stick against something close, like a rock. But when I slam it against something, I think it triggers something not nice in him. He runs off the other way, but then he comes back even more excited. And today, for the first time, I'm trying this bottle with water thing. And as soon as he does it, I splash water at him. And normally it takes him like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times that he goes for me before he decides to stop with the other 2 things, with the other 2 methods. But this, with the water, I did it once and he didn't. I held the water in my hand for like 10 minutes of the walk and he didn't come near me. Well, he came near me, but he didn't go for me. So I think maybe that method is good. He doesn't like getting wet. I mean, he hates the rain, so that might be an obvious answer. Girls are still awesome. Meatball is still awesome sometimes, but I think it's getting to that time that I'm going to start dreading every month. I calculated the last video that I put on was on the, well, it was on the 16th, but it happened a couple of days before that. And so yeah, it's nearing that time of the month again. So I am a little bit scared.
Alrighty, that's it for this week. So
that's it.
I had enough of that stuff, of the homemade wood filler, chunky wood filler for 3 sides. The other side was still good from the last time I had done it 6 months ago or more. Because I think it was beginning. Probably. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you, have you seen any mice in here?
I saw a long time ago though.
Okay, so there are mice and they haven't eaten it, which is surprising. So we'll see how it goes anyway. It only cost about €1 for the flour and a couple of hours to do it. Let's see what we can cross off of this long list. So hold that, meatball.
Meatball doesn't like it.
So sort and organise tool shed, we did that last week. Very happy to cross that off. Change roof of Goathouse, we did that last week. Refill gaps and maintain Goathouse. Bit of TLC to the Goathouse. Done! Outdoor shower for kindling. We're not going to do it that anyway, no?
No.
You know what the pine is like. Yeah. It's been really working well with the pine. Yeah. It catches so quick and it really doesn't get cold in the gypsy caravan. Garden beds.
Yes, garden beds.
That's what you did this week, eh?
Yes, this week.
Okay. Plant season trees.
Yes.
Make to do before bed checklist. Oh yeah.
Yes, we have one little thing.
So like Sarah said, the frost did come. It did come early, but it wasn't a heavy frost. None of the pipes froze. But also as a precaution, I've been draining every night. I drained the pump and the water heater. So I turn off the tap from the IBC, run the tap, empties out. And like that, at least, even if we do get a frost, before we put the insulating stuff around it, Meatball, get off!
Again, not on the camera.
It won't cause any damage. So she made me a list on the door. Don't forget to drain the water. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so what have we got left? Let's see. Insulate water pipes, exchange cylinders, insulate electric. Okay, so a bunch of insulation. Finish outside of a gypsy caravan. And the floor outside the gypsy caravan, the kitchen sink filter, build hay and stray. Oh yeah, so for the finished vermicomposting toilet, build hay and straw box. I was planning to use pallets, but I went to my source, where I normally get them for free, and now they've changed policy and they're not giving them away for free. I think just because the cost of wood has gone up all over the world, everyone's being a bit more tight with the pallets over here. They're already tight as it is. Alex just told me he got some stuff delivered and he had to pay a €12 deposit for each pallet. I think he had like 5 of them. It's like €60 just there for 5 pallets. It's ridiculous, but anyway. So I'm gonna have to make that out of probably milled. What are you trying? She's trying to take my phone out of my pocket. Look at her. You want to call someone? Daisy. Alrighty, so there it is. We're getting there anyway. I think the next thing I need to do is to paint the outside of the gypsy caravan. So, because it has gone grey with the rain, so I'd like to protect that next. And then once I've done that, I can insulate the pipes which are underneath and on the wall. So I think that's what I'll start on for next week. The painting of the outside of the extension of the Gypsy Caravan.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I think that's it from us this week.
That's it from us.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good day.
And we'll see you next week.
You're gonna eat. You're gonna snack on Mummy. That's the camera that we speak to. That's YouTube, Timmy. Hey! I have to see what I'm gonna say, guys. Calm down. No, you can't eat my jacket. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep watching, why not watch this one or this one? And if you want to support our channel, why not subscribe, like and share? It's crazy what you can do for our channel when you share it with friends. And also, what did I want to say? Oh, if you don't feel like watching but you feel like shopping, go here.